list. We didn't get to it whatever week that was.
Well, let's get to it right now, buddy.
Is that a Percocet chain Wayne had on?
I was gonna say it off mic, Mo, but that was as soon as we broke. I was gonna ask if you guys saw the Percocet chain.
Oh no, I'm not jacking.
Well, Rory hit the group chat and said, "You guys, did you see Cuddy's new chain?"
I did not hit the group chat and said, "Did you see Cuddy's new
That's what we're
chain?"
talking about in the group chat.
That's what Rory talks about. You know, Rory's a Cuddy kid.
A Cuddy kid. That's funny.
Guys, you know, Cuddy designed that chain all on his own.
It's a good chain.
I didn't see his chain.
It's a really good chain. But no, I did not go in the group chat and say, "Yo, did you see Cuddy's chain?"
Okay, well, give us some Nas and Nas reaction.
I'm gonna be that guy here.
Nothing, Nero.
Nas, the real Nas. You don't need to be doing that. He had one number one single. I know it was the biggest record ever by whatever streaming numbers. He don't deserve a Nas look. Nas shouldn't be on stage with him. Y'all can call this hating, but no.
I think Nas.
You caught a really, really big single. Mad artists have done that. You're not allowed to be on stage with Nas.
I think Nas is trying to give his blessings to the younger artists, for better or worse.
I think he is too. I just don't think it should go to someone that just has a single.
He has his name also.
So?
But I think that's why that.
No, I get the marketing.
Right.
I'm cool. I'm not buying it.
I'm cool.
Mad new artists deserve a Nas record, and it's not him.
Valid.
So
old rappers deserve a Nas record. People still waiting on a Nas verse?
Yeah, Royce the 5'9" deserves a Nas verse. I would love to hear that.
I just don't think. Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool on it.
Yeah.
Y'all are quiet, so I'll be the one.
You can just tell when some shit.
He
was
didn't
just
sound bad on it, but
no, it sounded fine, but that's not really my point. Come on.
It sounds like a Scooter Braun idea.
Yes.
It just sounds like an idea from somebody who,
You know what to me makes collabs dope? When you could honestly see the artists that are collabing, like they really would fuck with each other away from just the music. Like they would actually be caught hanging out, just kicking it together. Like
it comes out on record too.
Yeah, like
you could hear
that. Yeah, and Nas X would never be eating a slice in New York City, chilling somewhere. It wouldn't happen. So that's why the music to me is just an extension of the
I just think more resume wise. Like I have no issue with Lil Nas X. I like the Old Town Road shit. I get all that. It's cool. I fuck with him, but I just don't. I don't know. Maybe it's the hip hop in me that I just don't think he needs a Nas verse. Like you have one record. It was the biggest record ever. Cool. I'm with you. I support you. You just don't follow up with a Nas verse.
The biggest and best collabs happen. Usually it's an extension of the relationship.
If they want to work with each other. I don't even think Lil Nas X really wanted to work with Nas.
You know what? That's my new shit that I'm on for the rest of the year. That's how hurt I am at what the fans said about me. So my question about everybody that we bring up now, just randomly asking, do y'all think that Lil Nas X has his pub?
Some of it, not all of it.
Probably around the same 50%.
Yeah, probably same as Mace.
Got it.
I would imagine.
Y'all think Nas had all his pub?
He's been very vocal about not having it.
Search.
Got it.
Joe, we get it.
Those Search did a pretty good deal with Nas, from my understanding.
I just think that people just didn't like your stance on it when it came to Puff.
That's one. And further than that, I don't think the people really understand all that goes into these pub royalties and split conversations.
Of course not. But
that's how most of us get robbed in the first place. Because they don't teach this in school. Your parents are not going to teach it to you, and the person that's doing business won't teach it to you.
Joe, they don't teach us taxes in public school. Think they're going to teach you pub?
Yeah, and for some reason, I wasn't bringing my contracts back to my mom for her to look over because she wouldn't have understood them either.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No.
Like the truth of the matter is, a lot of artists got to go out and make the first few mistakes on their own, which is how you learn, which is how you know how to rectify shit. Actually, Maul, that's actually part of my beef. Not beef. Let me not use that word so people think I'm caping again. But that was part of my argument with Mace. How most artists are able to get their pub back, or the other side of their pub that they got rid of or sold or whatever, is they have to work themselves to that position. We all get fucked in the front, and if you work hard enough and have that great a relationship with whoever owns the pub, then you can get your shit back.
I think, but
hold up, let me finish. Mace left. That is to be accounted for in Joe's book. Mace promised an album on the same caliber as fucking Harlem World and dipped. And niggas learned about it on the air. That is not presenting the best possible scenario to argue getting your shit back for. And again, I don't have no details on this. I ain't spoke to nobody about it. But in my experience, that's how that goes. Future and these niggas fucking do whole deals without their pub, and at the end of it, once they've won, because you have to win, you leverage it back. The same way you leveraged it off.
I understand.
I'll also add that we may not, if he doesn't agree to a 50-50 pub deal or whatever it was, or giving up a portion of the pub, we may never get Mace. You understand? Like a lot of people will. Hey, you want half your pub, or you want your whole 100%?
That's how I started. But that's how I started the convo last week, and I got killed. I swear, maybe I articulated myself wrong, and people didn't understand. But I started this with, hey, if at the begin before Harlem World comes out, if those two artists, creators, sit down and have a pub split talk, I think it's going to end just that way, 50-50.
Yeah, but I think that the bigger issue was people felt like
I was ignoring
the wrong.
I was only looking at Puff as a businessman and saying it's okay because he's a black businessman.
Yeah, no, that too, and Puff's history with his artists. A lot of artists that were under Puff have come out years before and said that their publishing was fucked up. They were getting robbed.
But stop, because a lot of artists will say that when they just don't have 50% of their pub, or when they leverage their pub off, and now we see what it's worth later on. Birdman gets that rap because niggas were saying, yo, he took everything. We don't have any of our pub. We don't have any of the royalties that are coming in. We don't have shit. So Birdman, I understand that about. Puff didn't get killed like that the whole time. The Locks killed him at some point. And then it stopped, they rectified it, and there's a relationship there.
So now this is another one of his artists, just, along the same narrative.
Yeah, but at some point, if we don't hear from the other side, because in these pub situations, and I don't want to get into this again anymore, but all I was saying is, from my own personal experience, having zero to do with Puff, I think there are some things to that Mace Puff publishing story that Mace didn't say.
Absolutely. But again,
sure.
I'm speaking for the people, and I think they just felt like
3 sides to every story.
You just didn't say, stop robbing each other, stop doing fucked up deals with niggas because they don't know the business, especially when they're black and you're a black man. That's all it was. I think that was the bigger issue that people had with it. Was like, yo, we need to stop doing fucked up business with each other. They already do it with us, so we don't need to do it with each other because we can't fight ourselves and fight. You know what I mean? It just didn't.
It's funny. It's the same. Somehow it correlates to the same thing I ended up telling Verb. Yeah, Joe is always on the side of the creator, but some of these creators are indeed businessmen and are coming up and are creating other things to help leverage something that they already have. I was telling Verb that is the battle rapper's problem. Y'all keep rapping and rapping and rapping and wanting to get paid from rap when ain't no money in rap. You have to start doing something else so you can leverage it. However you deem fit. There. That's it. I'm getting out of here.
And a lot of with their deals, I want to get in their pockets, but they're getting paid a fee to not own what they are rapping on that stage.
The other 2 points that made me mad about the Puff shit is, one, even if you felt that Puff was doing that, even if you're correct, let's say you're correct, take the Joe cape off. Mace is right in everything he's saying allegedly. That was not the way to go about that at that time on the heels of such a powerful speech to a racist Grammy board that needed to hear that. And there aren't but so many artists that are going to be able to carry that message to the people that need it. That was one. And two, be clear. Whatever we want to say about Puff's business practices as far as rap, Puff is not in the rap business.
He is.
No, he ain't.
Why you say
because Puff is in the Ciroc, alcohol, TV,
as well
television.
He did a reunion tour. Like, you can't say that. Puff is still and will always be in the rap business. He is the rap business. You can never say that.
Because let's be clear, I don't
do
care
it
how
like that.
much, I don't care how successful Puff is, how much money he goes on to make. One of our
His
legends,
focus may be in others.
people are always and forever gonna view him as a rapper.
And if we're talking publishing, no matter what, you're in the rap business because you have that publishing. Like, no matter what, you're in the rap business. You own rap publishing.
You have it because of your past deals.
Yeah.
I guess
you're
what
still
I'm
in that
saying
business.
is if the Mace stuff were to be true against someone who was actively pursuing new acts to continuously put them in that type of deal, then that conversation should be prevalent right now. Let's have it. We're talking about somebody who, to our knowledge at least,
well,
is not searching for an act.
yes, he is. Yes, he is right now. And you could call it the TV business, but it's still a blend of both. He's trying to do Making the Band again. They're actively searching for groups and people right now for Making the Band. So yes, is that the TV business? Sure.
and why
But is it
wouldn't
going to
he?
end up being the music business? Yeah.
And why wouldn't he?
Puff should always stay in the music business.
Absolutely.
I've argued and y'all have killed me a million times. I think Puff has the greatest era of music ever, and I've been killed for it. He should always be in the music business.
We're arguing opinions right now. Just what he's doing.
No. We're not arguing opinions. He's doing Making the Band. That's not an opinion.
Making the Band is an MTV Viacom thing.
And what's it going to turn into?
What
A music deal
An album
eventually.
will come out of
yeah,
this.
a music deal will come out of it.
How many albums came out? And now
Don't do that because Danny Lee
And this
Kane
is-
sold
this is-
over 1 million. Day 26 had albums.
Yeah, they put out an
Making
album
the
after every
Band, the
week.
actual joint
when
had
y'all,
albums.
When y'all argue with me, it leads our public to believe that I'm saying something I'm not. So let me say my point and then say what you're saying. Yes, an album will come out of a Viacom deal because Viacom has it in a contract
I'm sure.
that if you win, this is what comes out of it for you.
And we'll split it up.
And their deal with Puff, we are assuming, tells Puff that he has to oversee that at
For
the
sure.
end of the process. Whatever splits are in that paperwork are Viacom splits. The same way all of those music shows that are similar, that promise that in the end, those terms are created from the television side. There's not a music person there dictating that.
Yes, his name is Puff Daddy.
No, he's not. Fam, Puff
Just said he was overseeing it.
because he is a face. He is a billboard to Making the
If
Band.
you think Puff is not touching anything music relate, that
Rory,
contradicts everything
Rory,
you said prior.
I'm telling you something. I'm not asking. I'm telling you what I know and you're debating me. MTV has been digging up everything that MTV has ever done
Yeah.
and attaching a face to it. And all of their plans are MTV plans. That's what I'm saying. Yo MTV Raps is coming back. Real, whatever that other shit.
All of it.
All of it is
All
coming
the
back.
shit they were successful.
Making the Band it's
But-
not. Wait, let me finish. Don't
I'm
butt
letting
me.
you.
It's not far from that. That's MTV saying we're bringing back Making the Band. This is how it will work. This is the paperwork. We're getting the face. You come attach yourself. Puff don't even have time to do Making the Band anymore. And that's what I keep saying. You have to see through smoke and mirrors. You have to see through when somebody in the industry is just doing some bullshit and how they're doing it. No, that's not Puff in the music business.
That's where we disagree because I agree with everything you just said up until that's not part of the music business.
Then go dig up Danny Lee Kane and see what the music business is. Go dig up the band and see what the music business is.
See what they did with numbers with the music
You're
business.
gonna do
they
it
did great.
all for the strength of Making the Band. That's why MTV has it there.
Yeah, no,
That's why Love and
absolutely.
Hip Hop has it
So
there
you don't think
now.
any distribution will come from Bad Boy music
Rory,
side of it?
I'm telling you that Viacom, at some point, one of them little girls from one of them reality shows came up with a multi-million-dollar energy drink or some shit, and the TV people said, that won't ever happen again. We're going to protect against that. That Cardi B shit that happened where you just going to come on TV and leave and pop off, that wasn't a music person to put a stop to it.
Of course.
Then what are you arguing?
Love and Hip Hop is not a music show. I know it says it in the
Mona's
title.
a music person.
She was.
She is.
She ain't in the music business no more. That's why Cardi B left and had nothing to do with Mona afterwards.
By his argument, if Mona has that in place with Love and Hip Hop, Viacom and Mona, and they have that in place in the contract, by your Puff argument, that makes Mona a music person.
No, it don't.
What I'm
she
saying
made,
to you
she
is
made the
that
mistake of not tying herself to Cardi the way that Cardi popped. Puff not gonna make that mistake. Puff is in the music business. Whatever group comes out of this Making the Band shit is gonna be part of Puff in the music
okay,
business.
you are wrong.
No, it ain't, fam.
You're wrong. We can move on, but you're wrong, and I'm
So
telling you
putting
that
out
for
music
fact.
ain't the music business.
Puff is not putting out Music.
Puff is putting his name on something that has to do with
That's the
Puff
game.
making the band.
That's the game.
That's the
Roy.
music business. What are you talking about?
Okay,
It's
so
one
that's
in
the music business.
It's one in the same.
if I attach my name to some shit and have zero to do with it, you're telling me that that's the music business. Cool. My interpretation of that is totally different.
And Puff is not-
I think that
Puff is
was
not gonna have
somewhere-
zero to do with
I think
it.
Puff was somewhere getting a massage in his LA home and got a call that said, "Yo, we bringing back Making the Band. Do you want to rock with it? Not we cut you a check." I think yes. That's how I think happened. I haven't spoken to anybody, but what you saying, I don't view it to be as I'm in the music business. That's the TV business. That is the TV business.
I started my argument with saying you'll probably call this the TV business.
Is Mona in the music
Eventually,
business? Is Mona
eventually,
in the
this album is gonna come out, and that becomes the music business, and Puff is gonna have to do with it.
Is Mona in the
It's gonna say Puff Daddy Presents whatever the name of the fucking group they come out with Making of the Band. It's gonna say Puff Daddy Presents
And it's
whatever
going-
his name is,
and
Diddy
it's
now, whatever he wants to
And
use.
it's going to say that because that
That's the
would
music
be
business.
the deal that Viacom and Puff have in place. That's not a music deal. So please, somebody chime in.
No, it's one in the
You don't
same.
think Viacom is in the music
Music
business?
is coming from it. It's a music show. Music will be put out. Music
If you're
will
trying to tell me
be distributed.
Viacom is not in the music business, lie to me right now.
I got it.
It's one in the
Lie to me right now and say Viacom is not in the
definitely
music
one in the
business.
same for sure.
got it.
Definitely.
Like you are out of your mind
Y'all
if you're
both are
about to
saying-
tell me
y'all
right
both
now
are saying
Viacom
the
is
same
not.
things, but it's just different ways of getting
Yeah, it's
to
semantics.
it. Yeah,
You
but it's
gotta argue
definitely
semantics, right?
It ain't semantics. Viacom is in the music business.
No, for sure.
That's not a. There's not a debate here.
Absolutely.
There's not a semantics here.
They're in the business
There's
of
not even a
selling music.
conversation.
You know why Rory sounds like an idiot? Because if you knew just how much money television made versus what music made.
That's not the debate.
And
That's all.
it's my debate because I'm saying that as a caveat to our television show and contract and production, just as the winner, hey, you win, put an album out, great, go do a deal with whoever, blah, blah, blah. The money is in two totally different ballparks. So yes,
Go ahead.
by that definition, television is in the music business because they put that there. But on to broaden it, no, they don't give a fuck what happens to that album. Danity Kane album sold, and guess what? It was over. Why, if we in the music business? Why? How can they put together a group, they come out, do double platinum, and we never hear from them again if we're in the music business? That is my response to that. It's not the music
Is,
business.
we've
is,
seen
is
artists be
YouTube
successful, that happen to them.
in the music business?
Yes.
Okay, so then I don't even want to have this conversation.
Why? What did that prove? What did you just prove?
I just
you
said
didn't prove
it's one-
anything.
it's one-
You asked me a mad regular question and said you don't want to talk anymore.
Viacom-
YouTube is in the music business newly. There's YouTube Music. There's a music person at the head of YouTube, the same way Apple had a music person at the head there.
Missing my point. Missing my point. Stop right there. YouTube now is newly into the music business. Do you think YouTube gets most of their revenue from the new YouTube music platform? One day they might, but right now is their visual business where they get their most ad revenue from. Yes. So Viacom, even though it's not their number one revenue stream,
They have interest.
music is still so much part of their shit. Like you can't just say that.
The music business is the business of selling music.
Viacom,
Period.
biggest thing at one point was music television,
So what
MTV.
so what
They're in
so-
the music business.
Got it.
They no longer really
MTV
strive to that the way they
is
did.
music television.
But it is music television.
You convoluting points. TV needs to be in the business, in the interest of music, because you have to put musicians on TV. That does not make you in the music business.
Yes, it do.
You are still in the business of television. Your bottom line
No.
is...
It's one in
You
the
wrong.
same.
You
It's
wrong.
one in the
You guys
same.
are
It
arguing
doesn't matter.
semantics.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It's
It doesn't
one in
matter.
the same.
It
for
doesn't
sure.
matter. How about that?
It's
I don't
definitely
care.
one in the same. No, it's one in the same. That was a good point. Y'all had a little. I mean, y'all was isolated. I was ready to box out. Don't worry about
It's
it.
nuts.
Fam,
You're both nuts.
You-
You're
no.
arguing semantics.
Yeah.
I
You are.
cannot
Y'all arguing
believe my
shampoo and
only
conditioner.
point right now.
Go to Viacom and try to get a deal.
You just told me I could get a deal. I got to go to Making and Band and put out an album with
Go to-
Viacom.
go to
You just
Vi-
told me I
go
could
to
do that.
Viacom and try to
You
get a
just
music
told
deal.
me I could do that.
Go to... No, so you would be going to Viacom
You
to
just
get a
told me
TV
that.
spot.
You just told me that Viacom's putting this album out. So what are you talking about?
you
No,
would be
when you
going to
say
get a TV
no,
spot.
but Joe,
No, you
say
told
like
me the
that.
album
No,
coming
you
out from
can't get a
Viacom.
music
So you
deal from Viacom.
Fam,
No.
what's that word? You
They
gaslighting.
probably own a record label is the funny part about all of it, but whatever.
Right.
Well,
That's what I'm
not
saying.
all.
You
They're in
can't
the
tell me
music
that they're
business
putting
for
an
sure.
album out from Viacom and then tell me I can't go get a deal at Viacom because you just told me I could if I go to Making the Band and join that group because they're putting out. Puff's not putting out. Viacom is. So you're lying.
Roy, you are not as stupid as you sound right now. And to win
I
an
just said your
argument,
point.
You're no, you didn't. You sound like an idiot, and I never sound like that much of an idiot. If you are going to try to join Making the Band, you are going to try to get a part of a TV show. And if
That's
you
gonna
win,
put out an album.
no, if you win,
That's what I'm saying. If I make the band,
if you win, no, because you attempting to make the band is our television show.
I'm
You
with
don't
that.
have to make the band.
You're right. That's
you're
part of the show.
you're
But
missing-
the end
Joe,
result.
I started. You're not listening.
The
to me.
end result is an album.
You just
will be
not listening to me because I
distributed,
said when I started, we can go back. You're gonna say it's a TV thing. Yes, it is. Eventually, that album is gonna come out.
though. Absolutely.
So we're in the music business. And you said Viacom has all the splits with Puff on that. So yes, I guess I could get a deal
basically-
according to you
they
with
basically-
Viacom. So they in the music business.
they basically-
I'm using
all
your
right.
words, not mine. So you can't call me stupid. It's your words, unless you want to call yourself
I'm
stupid.
calling you
What's
stupid.
What's the root of this
I'm
argument?
calling Roy stupid. That's it.
That Puff is not in the music business anymore.
No.
Puff is 100% in the music business.
He's in the
He has
music
no
business.
choice.
But it's a small portion of his.
It's not his.
There's no
overall-
fucking
it's not
choice.
his main focus, but
And
he's still
let
in.
me end with that. Let me end with that, Roy. Because we may just have different views of what being in the music business is. Like, technically, I'm in the music business.
You are 1000% in the music business.
Tell me why.
No matter what, when it comes
This
to business,
is a great example.
You just,
right now.
I don't-
That was a perfect example.
I don't want to put you. It isn't,
Put it-
is it? Because I want to put your business out
Put
there.
my business out there.
You just told me-
I have an open contract with Empire. That's open. My pub deals are done. My vested interest is not in music, though I receive money from music.
You just
quarterly.
told me you negotiated and sold a pump it up thing to a European shit. You're in the music business. You're in the music business. Like I don't know what you need more than being in the music business.
No, I don't.
That's the music business.
No,
Is
that's
that
it.
your number
No,
one
no,
revenue
you
or
got it.
focus? Not at all.
No, you got it. That just
You in the
cleared
music
up
business.
The difference for me. That I understand.
Semantics,
I guess, what
man.
he is saying.
Yeah.
You in the music business.
Okay.
Like plain and simple. You have no choice.
Because I approved the splits on Pump It Up.
Yeah. Did you want to negotiate it?
My definition of in the music business is you have a vested interest.
You're
in
actively creating music. Is that the
music. Yeah.
That's
Or making it-
actively
yeah.
creating music is not being in the
I
music
agree with you,
business.
Roy. I agree. You guys again.
And
I
on
didn't
top of
say
that-
actively creating. I said you have a vested interest in music. Yes, Viacom is putting an album out. They don't give a fuck about music.
Do you think Puff does if he puts his name to this making the band
No
legacy?
No, I think, and we can call the band and have them say that. And I don't want to keep talking about this because I don't want to get Puff in trouble with the band. But
Oh no, I'm talking about the new band.
I think we can
I'm talking about the new
I think
band.
we can call the band and they would say, yeah, he don't give a fuck, and he didn't give a fuck.
No, I'm
Which
talking
to me,
about the new band.
If you don't give a fuck, and I don't know this, so don't get me in trouble.
Puff cared
but-
about the band.
All right, man, I'm not doing
He
that.
had
Puff
success there.
cared about the band.
He had
man.
a lot of success there.
Yeah, like you can't say because Day 26 and Danny Lee Kane. I know it's like a running
They made-
joke.
they made some great
did
music.
mad numbers.
They made some good music. They did.
Okay.
And that would be Puff's.
If you're about to tell me Puff at that, especially that time when music was able to download and Danny Lee Kane was doing those numbers, if Puff didn't care, come on. Now,
Of
who's
course
doing
he
semantics?
cared. Of course he did. His name was attached to it. He's gonna.
That's
give
what
up
I'm
anything his
saying.
name is attached
Puff
to.
cares.
name
He's
is-
a person that cares.
And it won.
Yeah, no, for big.
But it won, and he abided by whatever deal was there, which
Correct.
is you won, put it out. It's Puff, so it won, and he
Facts.
left.
Yeah, Puff has done that a lot.
So they trying to bring
That's
that
the
back.
that's the longevity in Puff into somewhat his genius.
Which is why you got to give him his pub.
Oh, I'm not arguing that part.
Listen, let's move on, man, because
Please.
I've caped for Puff enough. Please,
Yeah.
please, 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 please. But and I don't even see this as caping because this is I just
Right back
believe
in.
I just believe this stuff.
It's a little bit of
Yo,
cape.
the
It's,
music business is tricky, man.
it's just a little short do-rag cape. It's not like a
Yeah.
full Superman cape. Today. Don't worry about
All
it.
right, I'll take it, man.
it's all good.
I'll take it. What else is important in music?